Now that's what you call good football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Stark. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun. Stark. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect?
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. And the Rams at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stark.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Stark.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go. Set. 19. 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On 4th down. Stark.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it. But maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here. A long way to go.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Trey Lance.
61 yards.
And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
They actually want the quarterback to keep the ball on an RPO. You don't want to hand it off inside and let the running back gash you. You don't want him to throw it downfield to someone open. If he keeps it, there should be a group of people around him to keep him trapped. Instead, he finds a way to get out of there and finds his way going over the goal line and scoring a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Complete. Jefferson to target.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Lance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stark.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Stark.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, LA! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try to think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in a 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
18 Rattler.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stark. Touchdown, Rams. Hunter Renfrow, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10 is Connor. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
Lance looking to throw it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. By the way, they're into the second quarter in L.A. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
On first and 10, here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stark.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down. Stark. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They run behind center with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last one good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
On 1st and 10, start.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA! He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So the call is made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
19 right.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Lance going to throw.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Connor up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Rams take over first down at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Start. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. A great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Now play fake. Lance.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gay's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that would hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On first down, start. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
And they try to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On second and inches, Lance. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Well, we saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. We're on to the fourth quarter here in week 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Off the play fake. Start. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Gets this one to use check. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Lance going to sneak it.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
On the set. Hey, don't steal. Ready?
On first down, it's Flynn, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On 2nd down now, it's Flynn, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
On first down, Lance. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Lance now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Connor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll try the left side. Flynn. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Lance going to sneak it.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trey Lance
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied ahead here in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing again. Stark.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Stark. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn, and his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Gay knocks this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Buffalo 18.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Ready.
Back to throw. Stark.
Connecting with Renfro.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers.
Ready. Jack rep. Set.
They'll run on first down. Flynn. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.